years. That says a lot about a company. And paired with Phil Sheehan, who's been in business for over 25 years, that says a lot about Phil and his staff. Knowledgeable about their product, and they stand behind every sale. Massey Ferguson is the last tractor you'll ever need. NC Tractor, a dependable and reliable company that'll be there after the sale. NC Tractor on Railroad Avenue in Rutherfordton. Good morning. Luke Gillum in the Blue Room. Your forecast for today, look for highs around 45 degrees. Clear tonight, lows around 25. Partly sunny tomorrow, highs around 50. Overnight lows around 25. Thursday, highs around 60 under cloudy skies. Overnight lows around 30. Friday, clouds, highs around 60. Overnight lows around 30. Saturday, again, cloudy skies. Highs around 55. Overnight lows around 35. And then Sunday, cloudy skies, highs around 55. Overnight lows around 40 degrees. That's your forecast. You're listening to 100.9 FM, 590 AM, WCAB, Rutherfordton.
Welcome to All Things Rutherford, here on 100.9 FM, 590 AM, WCAB, Rutherfordton. Now here's your host, Todd and Tracy.
Why are you up so early?
Why are you up so early?
Early bird gets the worm.
And also,
going to be a terrific show.
Tuesday morning show.
It's a terrific Tuesday.
Tuesday.
That's terrific.
What's terrific?
My favorite show.
My favorite show. Terrific. That's just terrific. This is just terrific.
Terrific Tuesday.
Let's get ready. It's showtime.
I guess you were right, Linus. I shouldn't have picked this little tree. Everything I do turns into a disaster. I guess I really don't know what Christmas is all about. Isn't there anyone who knows what Christmas is all about?
Sure, Charlie Brown. I can tell you what Christmas is all about. Lights, please. And there were in the same country shepherds, abiding in the field, keeping watch over their flock by night. And lo, the angel of the Lord came upon them. And the glory of the Lord shone round about them. And they were sore afraid. And the angel said unto them, Fear not. For behold, I bring you tidings of great joy, which shall be to all people. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, which is Christ the Lord. And this shall be a sign unto you. You shall find the babe wrapped in swaddling clothes, lying in a manger. And suddenly there was with the angel a multitude of the heavenly host praising God, and saying, Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace, goodwill toward men. That's what Christmas is all about, Charlie Brown.
Good Tuesday morning to you. Charlie Brown, Christmas right there. To bring back some good memories for you.
Oh, I got lost in the moment.
If you pay attention to that real closely while Linus is giving that speech, Linus is the one he's scared of everything.
Mm-hmm.
He's got his security blanket with him. If you pay attention during that, you'll notice that Linus drops his security blanket when he says, Fear not.
Mm-hmm.
He picks it back up after it's over with.
I didn't notice that until I was...
Charles Schultz put that in there to show the power of Fear Not.
And back then is when... that's what we were all raised on.
Oh, yeah.
Things like that.
I watch it every year.
Yeah, I do too. I love it.
Every year.
I
Beautiful
love it.
Christmas memory right there. Charlie Brown Christmas special. You can't see it on regular television anymore, but it is on Apple Television. You can get a free Apple subscription, and you can watch it. Sly checking in with us on the YouTube. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
He says it's cold. Yes,
Yeah,
it is.
it's
Creighton
cold out
Loveless
there.
checking in. Good morning, y'all. That's right. Linus does drop his blanket when he gets to the point, says, Fear not. Yep, exactly. Good morning, Creighton.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, it's 4 minutes after 7 o'clock. We're going to work up until Thursday will be our last broadcast. 25 degrees outside. So,
bird or rabbit.
Why did you grab those?
Well, I
You
thought
always
maybe there was
need it.
things in here that we needed.
Anyway, Thursday we're going to be we're going to maybe extend the show just a little bit. We don't want to take too much time away from Lou, but we're going to try to get some Christmas memories from all of our reporters, and if they will, of course I'm going to ask them ahead of time Sheriff's Department may not have time to do that. 911 communications may not have time to do that. But we're going to try to get some Christmas memories going on Thursday for our show. It'll be our final show of the week, and then we'll be back on Wednesday of the next week as we go throughout the day. So that's what is straight ahead.
That is it.
Got a little news article that Lou recorded. Wanted us to play it back this morning. So here's news about a murder trial that was coming up in the county. So here's Lou with that report.
Lou Gillum in the Blue Room with a special report from the Rutherford County Sheriff's Department. On November the 21st, 2020, the Rutherford County Sheriff's Office Criminal Investigation Division began a homicide investigation after receiving information that Daryl Jamichael Price was shot by Delario Laquan Good. The investigation lasted for several weeks. Investigators were able to track Good to Cobb County, Georgia, and orchestrate his arrest with the Cobb County Police Department. Good was attempting to create a new identity for himself in Georgia. A few days after Good's arrest, investigators were able to locate Price's body in a secluded area in the northwest section of Rutherford County. The report goes on to state, after a complex investigation, investigators learned that Good had planned to rob Price during a drug deal. During the robbery, Good shot Price, who died as a result of the gunshot wound. Price's body was carried in a car for a day before Good dumped his body in a secluded area. Good then fled to Georgia, where he was apprehended. On December the 5th, 2023, after a week-and-a-half trial, a jury convicted Delario Laquan Good of first-degree murder. Good was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. The Rutherford County Sheriff's Office would like to thank the North Carolina State Bureau of Investigation for their assistance in the investigation, and especially the Rutherford County District Attorney's Office for their hard work, meticulous case preparation that led to a conviction in this case and getting justice for Daryl Jamichael Price and his family. The investigators with the Rutherford County Sheriff's Office Criminal Investigation Division is dedicated to serving the citizens of Rutherford County with a no stone unturned mentality in all investigations. The Criminal Investigations Division uses all resources available and works with other agencies as a team to ensure the best possible outcome for all cases. For WCAB, I'm Lou Gillum.
Lou will have more on that in the 8 o'clock hour during the news broadcast right here in the Blue Room, coming up later on this morning at 8 o'clock.
Well, Todd, I've got a little, some on the lighter side. Christmas Eve, there will be a Christmas Eve candlelight service Sunday, December 24th at 6 o'clock p.m. at the First Presbyterian Church in Forest City, and that is on West Main Street. Everyone is welcome to attend.
That's right.
So go out and enjoy that. That'll be very, very nice and festive. Also, there's going to be a first night singing at Riverside Baptist Church on Hogan Road in Forest City, and the Talent family will be the featured guest, and that will be January the 7th.
January the 7th.
January the 7th at 7 o'clock p.m. at Riverside Baptist Church.
There you go. Lots of stuff coming up to do. I know Christmas is dead ahead, so just keep it posted right here to WCAB. We will keep you informed as well as entertained, as we always have. 8 minutes after 7 o'clock, let's get started with our Tuesday morning call-around report. Here's Chronicles of the Old West with Dakota Livesay.
Henry Plummer knocked around California, Nevada, and Washington until he went to the goldfields of Idaho in 1862. Henry's objective wasn't to work the goldfields, but to work those who worked the goldfields. He was so effective that it was impossible to transport gold anywhere. Finally, the honest citizens rose up and chased Plummer over to Montana, where a new gold strike had just been discovered. In Montana, Plummer organized a gang that was so large they needed a secret handshake and password, which was the Innocents. They had members working for transportation companies who would put a special mark on any vehicle that had gold in it. He got himself elected the sheriff of Bannock and then Virginia. Through intimidating juries, no innocent was ever convicted. On December 23, 1863, a number of prominent citizens decided to form a group called the Montana Vigilantes. In less than a month, they had hanged 30 of the innocents, including their leader, Henry Plummer, who incidentally was hanged from a gallows Henry had constructed for someone else. Within 10 months, the job of the Montana Vigilantes was done as the last innocent was hanged. Unlike most vigilante groups, the Montana Vigilantes warned those they were coming after by putting a note on the person's door that contained the numbers 3, 7, and 77. It supposedly stood for the size of a grave, 3 feet wide, 7 feet deep, and 77 inches long. Incidentally, today, the Montana Highway Patrol's badge bears that same number. You've just heard another story from Old West Radio. I'm Dakota Livesay.
11 minutes after 7 o'clock on this Tuesday morning, December the 19th. Our first stop in our call-around report is always the Rutherford County Sheriff's Department. With us this morning is Deputy Hildebrand. Deputy, good morning, sir. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing good. What do you have on that report for us this morning?
The Sheriff's Department responded to 175 calls. They have 185 in the jail. We had 14 arrests, and James Hines was arrested for a domestic violence protection order violation. Jarvis Hopper was arrested for a failure to appear on a misdemeanor. And that is all that I have for you today.
Deputy Hildebrand, we appreciate the report and hope you have a great day. Most of all, be safe.
Yes, sir.
Thanks. Bye-bye. Deputy Hildebrand with that report from the the Rutherford County Sheriff's Department. We're going to move to the 911 Communications Center after this.
It's a family tradition, caring for your family at a time of sorrow and need. Crow's Mortuary and Cremation Services, owned and operated by the Crow family, has been a part of our community for over 65 years. They've been recognized for the highest level of professional service. Crow's pinpoints every service detail to ensure your family has the best service possible. Any questions, call the staff at Crow's 286-2304. They'll be happy to speak with you about pre-funeral needs as well. Crow's Mortuary and Cremation Services, 118 College Avenue, Rutherford, or visit them at www.crowmortuary.com.
12 minutes after 7 o'clock on this Tuesday morning. Going to the 911 Communications Center. With us this morning is Jessica. Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. What do you have on that report for us this morning?
In the past 24 hours, the Rutherford County 911 Communications has processed 471 911 calls and administrative calls, which consisted of 66 for EMS, 198 for the Sheriff's Office, 63 for Forest City, 4 for Lake Lure, 70 for Rutherford, 64 for Spindale. Fire calls: Bostic responded to a brush fire, Cliffside responded to a gas leak, Forest City responded to a fire investigation, a brush fire, and a motor vehicle accident. Sandy Mush responded to a brush fire, Shingle Hollow responded to a structure fire assisted by Green Hill and Bills Creek, and Spindale responded to 2 fire alarms and a power line fire. That's all we've got.
Thanks so much, Jessica. Appreciate all the thoughts and concerns about my wife, Karen, the other day. She told me to let you know that she was doing A-OK.
Good for her.
Thanks, Jessica.
Glad.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Jessica, with that report from the Rutherford County 911 Communications Center and the report from the 911 Communications Center and the Rutherford County Sheriff's Department report being brought to you by the fine folks over at Jane's Discount Grocery. We'll be talking to Rick coming up a little later on in the hour, find out what's happening over that way. The latest and the greatest, get the inside scoop.
Oh, it's countdown time to getting all those groceries.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Well, Todd, I've got one little piece of information here that straight from my mama off the telephone line.
Martha herself.
When Mama calls, you got to do
when
it.
Mama calls, you put it on the radio.
That's right. No, I was going to keep announcing this. I don't know where the information got to, but there is going to be a New Year's Eve singing at First Broad Baptist Church Sunday, December 31st, beginning at 6 o'clock p.m. Feature groups will be the Hamptons and the Golden Valley Crusaders, and that is going to be Sunday, December 31st at First Broad Baptist Church in Golden Valley on Highway 226.
Is that Butch Cook and the boys?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that'll be
so
good
everybody
stuff right
come
there.
up. That'll be a really good time to... It's not really a sing out all year singing the new. I kind of thought it was, but they say they're too old to do that now. So it's just a good old singing.
They're just going to sing till supper.
They're just going to do the New Year's celebration.
Sing till about supper time, eat, go to bed.
Yep. If you like good old picking and grinning, and just come on up there.
Oh, absolutely.
Sunday, December 31st.
Sounds good.
6 o'clock. They'll be there.
15 minutes after 7 o'clock, going to check in with the SDO Fire District next.
Looking for a great breakfast deal? Well, how about 2 bacon and egg biscuits or 2 sausage and egg biscuits for only $5.99? That's what you'll get at the drop-in food stores. Yep, you can mix and match and get one of each. Such a delicious December special. And here's something perfect for that December crunch time, supper time. 8-piece chicken special, 2 breasts, 2 legs, 2 thighs, and 2 wings, plus 12 potato wedges, a 16-ounce slaw, and 4 rolls for only $19.99.
Wait, Lou, one more special.
How about 9 chicken strips, 12 potato wedges, 4 dipping sauces, and 4 rolls again, only $19.99. Now, when was the last time you were able to feed a family of 4 for under $20? Super December specials only at your local drop-in. So come on.
Drop in.
16 minutes after 7 o'clock on this Tuesday morning. Not quite back to his regular self. Instead of shooting a 38, he's only shooting a 25. Creighton Loveless with us this morning. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How y'all?
Well, I know everybody out there in Radio Land would like to inquire as to how you feel this morning after your incident yesterday morning.
Well, we're on the mend. We're going to the doctor this morning to get checked out and try to rest up so that way we can get back full throttle tomorrow and see the kids out for the rest of the week. 'Cause we ain't got too much longer left in this week up at Trinity, and the Friday, the 22nd, will be our half day. So ain't no business on me staying out of school here in our last week, especially with all the fun things we've got planned. So
I'm sure it's going to be far removed from, quote, school with all the activities going on.
Indeed.
The final week of school was always my favorite because we didn't do anything.
Yep.
We usually had little parties or we played games or we watched movies
or made little things, did art.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Loved that stuff.
Isn't that the great day? I have such good memories of that. Gosh.
Well, Creighton, on Thursday, we're going to take a little bit of extra time with our reporters on Thursday and probably we're going to talk about our favorite Christmas memories. So I know it's hard for some people to narrow down just one, but when you mention Christmas and your mind goes immediately to a thought, that's the one I want to. The one I want to know. And I know there's a lot of them out there, so I'm giving you plenty of advance warning to get those ready, get them to the forefront, think about them.
Sure.
So in any event, Creighton, tell us what's going on over in the SD with an O.
Well, it is the 353rd day of the year. We got 12 days left in this year. Not 12 days of Christmas, but we got 12 days left in the year. And today, you can take your pick. We've got National Hard Candy Day, and then it's also National Oatmeal Muffin Day. Part of me would like to go toward the National Hard Candy Day, but I think I wouldn't mind one of those Oatmeal Muffin Days as well. Down at SDO, Chief Bailey said that they responded to a medical call with EMS last night off of Poors Ford Road. And today, we want to be kind to Kevin Grant. It's his birthday all day long today. Also, on December 25th, Christmas Day, Danieltown Baptist Church, we will have our annual Christmas Day service at 11 o'clock a.m. And, folks, if you have birthdays, anniversaries, or events, please email them to me at sdoevent@gmail.com. Looks like today we're going to have mainly sunny skies in the district with a high near 45. And tonight, there will be clear skies with a low of 21. It's going to be back down pretty low in the 20s. Sunrise will be coming up at 7:31. Sunset will be at 5:17. And today, the moon is in the first quarter phase. Meanwhile, the signs, for all our green thumbs, the signs are in the head today, and that's a killing sign. That means, guys, no planting, but the moon is in the light phase. And, guys, that's about all I got to report in the SD&O Fire District.
All right, great. We appreciate it, brother. Hope you have a good Tuesday.
I like that little howl at the end. That was
you like
good.
That little, that's called a oh my,
Excuse
vibrato.
That's a tribute to Quick Draw McGraw.
That's a vibrato right there.
Well, it is good. I like that.
Or as the old time singer say, that's a warble.
Yeah, that's it.
Great, we appreciate it. Have a good day.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Y'all too.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Great another state report from the SDO Fire District. Let us know what's happening over in that little area of the county. Jonna Prescott checking in on the YouTube. She says,
Hey, Jonna.
It's cold.
It's
Cold indeed. Good morning, Jonna.
Good morning.
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 Farm Bureau Insurance doesn't hire celebrities to push auto coverage. We think people might like to make decisions based on service and savings, not just because that guy from that show says it's a good idea. Instead of faces you know from your TV, we offer faces you know from your neighborhood because we're headquartered in North Carolina with local agents right in your town. That's really the only thing we want to be famous for. North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance. Helping you is what we do best.
In Rutherford County, please call 287-2428.
North Carolina Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company, Farm Bureau Insurance of North Carolina, Inc., Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi, an independent licensee of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Association.
20 minutes after 7 o'clock on this Tuesday morning, it's time to head up to the Chimney Rock Fire District and speak with Chris Melton. Chris, good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are y'all doing?
Doing pretty good. Hope you are.
Doing good. This nice warm cup of coffee feels mighty fine.
Oh, yeah. Chris, I want you to think ahead on Thursday. We're going to take a little extra time with all our reporters and get a little bit of their favorite Christmas memories. So if you can think of one you'd like to share with us on Thursday, please feel free to do that.
All right.
Give you plenty of time to think about it, get it down on paper so you won't, get all the details of it worked out. Chris, what you got for us today?
Well, Bills Creek ran a chimney fire with Shingle Hollow last night, and Lake Lure ran 2 medical calls, and Fairfield ran a medical call. And that's it on the call report. Y'all come visit our town, Chimney Rock and Lake Lure, see all the pretty lights, and come see the Chimney Rock Smokehouse, how all crazy decorated it is.
I finally
got a good barbecue.
I finally got through Ballstick at night, so I'm going to make a point to ride up all the way to Chimney Rock.
Chimney Rock, Lake Lure. Yeah. I can't think that I've ever been through there at Christmas
I haven't either. I don't know why in my brain I think the only time I've ever been there is in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
go see the smokehouse, how crazy decorated it is outside and inside, too. I think they may have a sign that says Miracle on Main right now on front, but it's all decorated and fun inside.
We might just stop by and see you too.
Well, let me know if you come.
Okay.
I'll come down.
All right, Chris, sounds like a plan. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a good day.
All right, y'all have a good day.
Thanks,
you too. Bye-bye.
Chris Melton with the report from the Chimney Rock Fire District. Yeah, go up and see Chimney Rock and Lake Lure decked out in all their festive glory. Be nice if you get up on top of Chimney Rock and look down at night of all the Christmas lights.
Can you go up there at night?
Probably not.
I'd fall off.
They might let me go because,
I wouldn't want to fall off, but...
Oh, well, they got guardrails for that.
Really? Yeah, okay.
23 minutes after 7 o'clock. Going over to the Tryon International Equestrian Center. A lot going on over there, I know. We'll speak with Steve Ernest.
It's the store folks in Western North Carolina depend on. Farmer's Friend Feed, Seed, and Supply. It's like a superstore. Deer corn, $11.05 for 50 pounds. Cob corn, $10. They have plenty of deer plant supplies. Check on the lower prices on propane, $12.99 for a 20-pound tank. Mulch, gravel, rocks, and supplies for beautiful landscaping. That's available at Farmer's Friend Feed, Seed, and Supply at lower prices. Open Monday through Saturday. If you want a feed and seed store that carries so much more, including new and used farm equipment, then come on over to Farmer's Friend Feed, Seed, and Supply, 188 Whiteside Road, Rutherfordton.
We kind of have to.
Okay.
We kind of have to start the show there. 24 minutes after 7 o'clock. Steve is definitely wearing more than his vest. He has been known to skydive with his dog. None other than Steve Ernest. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Yes. Carhartt's a good friend of mine right now. I've got the full suit on there. So,
them Floridians think this is cold.
Yeah, I know. What's wrong with those people?
What's wrong with y'all?
Goodness.
I don't know many of those folks anymore, actually.
It gets about 68 degrees. They hunting a jacket.
I know. There's a girl I know at work. I won't bring up her name, but she sometimes wears 3 jackets. She's
Lord!
Oh no, absolutely tell us who
yeah.
she is. Absolutely tell us who she is.
So yeah, I know, right? Let's air her out. But yeah, it's pretty. We tease her all the time. So, but it is what it is, and you know. Hey, we want to try to stay warm too, ex-Floridians.
Y'all need to kill one of those buffaloes over there and just get you some buffalo hide and wrap up in it.
That's what I should do.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me pull out my bow and arrow or whatever and see what I can come up with.
You better have a bunch of them if you go kill a buffalo with it.
Isn't that the right? They let me man the fires, so that's because they know that I'm a Floridian. They want to keep me warm, I guess. So they know I'll keep it lit too. So, so I got to go through the light show last night for the first time this season. So that was pretty cool. And you know, I said, you know, I should have waited till tomorrow. You know, recommended Tuesday to come in and get in line because there were some people in line last night. There were 35 cars ahead of me, but I only had a 5-minute wait.
Wow, not bad.
That's not bad.
Yeah, no, not at all. So yeah, you'll have those shorter lines during the week. So the kids are out of school, no excuse. You know, every night you can just jump in the car and run down there, and you'll get in pretty quickly. And you get to register for a Generac generator as you go through there too. So
awesome.
Somebody's going to win that big prize. Those aren't cheap. Those will cost you around $3,000 plus bucks. So yeah, so that would be a good little extra there to get.
It sure would, especially when you're sitting with the lights off. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I know. I can keep getting in line. Get 50 people with cell phones to hone in on the GR code. That's how you got to do it. But so anyway, it was a very good experience. Took the kids, the grandkids, and they all had a blast. So yeah, you know. It was a good experience, good time with the grandkids.
How many grandkids do you have?
Well, I got 3.
Oh.
I had to think about it for a second, didn't I?
Well.
Yeah, I got 3. Yeah, so, yep, we all got in our pajamas and went to the light show and came straight home. But it was a good experience. So I recommend that for everybody. It's something you got to do it at least once. Once a year, because we keep changing things, right?
Absolutely, you gotta go see the latest theme. They change it up every year, switch themes on you. So yeah, definitely go check it out.
Yeah. So, but that's and then we open up. We're going through our grand finale. Starts today, Tuesday through Saturday. So every night we're going to be open with the full entourage, the full winter mode. So everything's open beginning at 5 o'clock. So that's our grand finale.
All right, Steve, we appreciate it. Hope you have a great Tuesday, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow.
Okay, we'll be here.
Thanks.
Take care.
Steve Ernest with that report from the Trine International Equestrian Center. Lots going on up that way, so go check all that out. We're going to check in with DeVern up the next.
Cheryl, have you been to the Homeworks Design Center inside Henson Building Materials in Forest City?
Oh, yes. Shana, David, and William are incredible at designing kitchen and bath cabinetry for my new she shed.
Your what?
And they have a full line of windows and doors on display in their 5,000 square foot showroom. And they'll install any ones you pick out for me.
Oh, you're too good to me.
I know. With selling and installing, it's basically one-stop shopping.
Henson Building Materials, 177 Duke Street, Forest City.
Building starts here.
DeVern Upton from the Ball State Fire District. Good morning, DeVern.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing good. Doing good.
Doing good.
Good.
What you got for us this morning, DeVern?
Well, here in Boston, we have temperature of 29 degrees, very cold. Fire department responded to a wood fire and a tree down. We have one birthday, Travis Clark. We want to wish him a happy birthday. Don't forget to go by Whistle Stop Bakery and put your order in if you need anything for Christmas. And go up to the Bee Supply store there on Depot Street and check all her items out. She's got some pretty stuff in there. And hope everyone has a wonderful day.
Thanks, DeVern. You do the same. We'll talk to you again tomorrow.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
Bye. DeVern Upton with that report from the Ball State Fire District. Going to check in with Mount Vernon. Robbie Samuel next.
Your car's best friend can be RS Speedy Lube Service Center. That's because RS Speedy Lube Service Center and Car Wash can keep your car or truck running clean with a regular oil change. They check the fluids and vacuum out the car and have you on your way in no time. Go next door for a radiator or transmission flush. Brakes, exhaust, CV joints, and service for big trucks and campers also available. Pull next door to the RS Speedy Automatic Car Wash and make your car happy with a clean, all under and all over car wash. It's all at RS Service Center and Car Wash on Railroad Avenue in Rutherfordton.
7:30 on this Tuesday morning. Robbie Samuel with us from the Mount Vernon Fire District. Robbie, good morning.
Oh, good morning, Todd. How are you this morning?
I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty good for a cold Tuesday.
Yeah, that cold weather made its way back through, didn't it?
Oh, yeah, it seemed like it wrapped right back around. But don't be surprised by Sunday. It'll probably be 100 degrees again, so it's okay.
I'm sure it will be. As long as the mosquitoes will stay away, we'll be all right.
That's right. That's right.
Hello, Robbie.
Well,
all
hey
right,
there. How are
folks.
you?
Hey.
And here we go.
And now for something completely different.
Well, you told
Okay,
me
wait a minute.
you had some little.
Well, it's just a few little fun facts about Christmas. Do you know that 3 billion Christmas cards are sent in the U.S. each year? Christmas trees have been sold in the U.S. since 1850. It takes about 15 years to grow the average Christmas tree. And Alabama was the first state to officially recognize Christmas in 1836.
There you
Roll
go.
Tide.
There you go. Fun facts about Christmas.
Yeah. Well, that was very interesting. Now you take them many billions of Christmas cards you're talking about and times that by 66 cents a card. How much money did the post office make off of them?
I just wonder how old this is because I don't think that it's I don't know, it could be, but $3 billion, that is a lot of money for the USPS.
Oh, yeah. And they're bankrupt.
Yep.
Hey,
Yeah, I was going to say.
Robbie, I had just got a phone call from a lady, Ella Hamilton, and she wanted me to ask you to address this. Her smoke alarm, they cannot get it to cut off.
Change the battery.
Okay.
No, I don't know what her situation is with that, but she said to ask you.
Is it just a beep, beep,
I don't
beep,
know.
or is it alarming the whole time?
I don't know. She said they couldn't get it to cut off. They didn't know what to do. I
Yeah.
don't know if they couldn't get it down or couldn't get the battery out, or I don't know.
Obviously, if there's no smoke inside, hopefully it's just a battery going bad or maybe some dust got inside the smoke detector. It probably needs replacing if it's at least 10 right at 10 years old.
Right.
And also, if you got her phone number, if you'll call me after the show or something, and I'll call her and we'll get up with her and make sure we get that fixed for her.
Yeah, I sure will. I've got her phone number. I'll give it to you in just a little bit.
All right,
I know
that'd be
that's gotta
good.
be driving her nuts.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And most of the time when your batteries go bad, they go bad at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and you're trying to figure out which one's going off.
Yeah.
Well, it seems like. But
Robbie, tell us what's going on over that way.
well, so this Wednesday, just remember the live and activity scene at Mount Vernon Baptist Church. That's going to start at 6 o'clock, and that'll be at 2676 Hudlow Road. Again, that's Mount Vernon Baptist Church, 6 p.m. Love for folks to come out for that. And also, there's quite a little bit going on that Wednesday. Just remember the Rutherford Police and Fire, they're going to be escorting Santa Claus through town Wednesday, December the 20th as well. Of course, that'll be earlier. That'll be about 4:30. So he'll have a map on Rufflin's Facebook page if you want to go check that out and see the route he's taking. I do know he's going to be making stops at Crestview Park and Kiwanis Park. Not exactly sure what time he'll be making those stops, but you can, like I said, you'll be able to go on there, check the map out, and kind of figure out your timeline and maybe just go wait on him and see Miss Claus and Santa Claus. And I think the Grinch is even going to be involved. He's going to try to steal that Christmas tree, I reckon. Also, next Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, the town offices will be closed in Rutherford. That's their holiday for that week. It'll be Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And they'll be back open Thursday at 8 o'clock. But that's about it. We did have a possible structure fire. We assisted Shingle Hollow with one last night, but we got canceled. So But other than that, I believe we're going to move right along and see what happens and see what today brings us. And then we'll see if we can take care of Miss Hamilton and take care of that smoke alarm.
All right, Robbie, that sounds like a plan. We appreciate you. Hope you have a great day, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow.
Sounds good. See y'all tomorrow.
All right, thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Robbie Samuel with that report from the SDO Fire District. Let us know what's happening in that little area of the county. We're going to continue our call-around report. We're going to check in with the Sunshine Cherry Mountain Fire District and Sue Price. We'll do that next.
It can be a tough call when it comes time to provide a daycare service for an aging parent or a loved one. You can always depend on Rutherford Life Services for a safe facility that offers medical monitoring, nutritional meals, fun activities, and is a loving environment. Rutherford Life is licensed by the State of North Carolina Division of Aging. They will be glad to answer any questions you may have. Call them at 288-1697. Rutherford Life Services offers a trained staff of professionals who you can entrust your loved one to. Rutherford Life Services is located at 230 Fairground Road in Spindale.
Oh, I know. I actually figured it out.
What?
I didn't have your mic on. So they were actually picking you up through mine.
Yeah, my aunt sent me a message. She said, you sound muffled.
Yeah,
Sounds like you're in a box. I said, that's all I need to be in a box.
I looked up and the little green button wasn't lit up.
Oh.
So she is now officially back on the air.
Yeah, he was just trying to keep me out of it. That's what it was.
It's Tuesday and it's my last week of work and I get a week off, so I'm ready to roll.
You know I'm playing with you.
I just cut you off. See, done. So good morning.
Sue, I'm going to give him a spanking.
Good morning.
What you got for us this morning, Sue?
It's a pretty morning over here, but it's cold. Well, I don't have any birthdays or anniversaries today on either of my calendars, so nobody's celebrating that I know, but we hope anybody that's having a birthday or anniversary will have a real good day on their special day and enjoy it. And in my announcements, the Duncan's Creek Church will be having their Christmas program morning worship service, during the morning worship service on the 24th with the children. And then that night they'll be having the Christmas Eve service, and they'll be reading the names on the luminaries. And Fairview, let's see, they will have a no night service on the 24th, and then on the 31st they'll have a New Year's Eve worship at 6:30. So we have a few things coming up still for the holidays, and I'm sure everybody has all kind of plans for going here and there. But we have look forward to all the good things on Christmas. Enjoy seeing the lights and everything. We had our Christmas at the clubhouse last night. We had a good time, and a good crowd. And let's see, I think that's about all the announcements I have. It's just quiet and calm and looking for a good day, and I hope y'all have one.
All right, so you do the same.
You too.
Talk to you again tomorrow.
Take care.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Sue Price with that report from the Sunshine Cherry Mountain Fire District. Going to move over to Shingle Hollow to speak with Tina White, and we'll do that next.
Hi, I'm Vivica Fox. For more than 100 years, American Humane has been rescuing animals during hurricanes, floods, and wildfires. But Mother Nature isn't the only danger animals face. Sometimes it's human nature. Every year, 6 million animals are abandoned and more than 1 million are euthanized. You can be a hero to animals in need of rescue and adoption at AmericanHumane.org.
Now is the time to shop till you drop at NC Tractor year-end clearance sale, offering 23 to 100 horsepower Massey Ferguson tractors. Whatever size tractor or mower you are interested in, now's the time to stop by and talk with Phil Sheehan and his professional staff. But hurry in soon. Time is passing by. The end of the year is almost here. Stop by NC Tractor today, 299 Railroad Avenue in Rutherfordton, or call 288-0395. Tina White with us from the Shingle Hollow Fire District. Tina, good morning.
Good Tuesday morning. It is a
terrific Tuesday up here in Shingle Hollow this morning. Terrifically cold at 27 degrees.
27. That's
yes,
a little
it
chilly.
is. That's chilly.
It is.
Yeah.
That's a mite brisk.
That can make a snowflake. Couldn't it?
Yes.
Couldn't that create a snowflake?
Snowflake. Yeah.
So could our former. Never
The
mind.
time of year.
What? Oh.
That's
well,
right.
The fire department responded to a medical call, and they had a chimney fire. Bills Creek and Green Hill and Rutherfordton assisted them with that. We have a birthday today for Miss Ravonda Hicks. She has a wonderful birthday. Sunday the 24th, Pilgrim Way Baptist Church is having their Christmas Eve special at 7 p.m. Everybody's invited. And the rest of us are trying to stay on the nice list, because, Santa Claus is coming. And that's all I have this morning.
All right, Tina, we appreciate it. Hope you have a great day, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow.
Y'all too. Stay
Thanks.
safe and God bless.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
Tina White with that report from the Shingle Hollow Fire District. We're going to move over and check in with Brenda Kelly in Union Mills.
How do you define strength? Is it physical? Or is it mental? Maybe it's both. Maybe it's whatever empowers a person to dig deeper, fight harder, and overcome obstacles that once seemed insurmountable. Discover how much stronger and more confident your children can be. Encourage them to participate in a sport when they go to high school.
This message presented by the North Carolina High School Athletic Association and the North Carolina Athletic Directors Association.
Going to see if we can get a hold of Brenda Kelly this morning from the Union Mills Fire District. Ringing of the telephone.
Morning.
Good morning, Brenda. How are
Good
you?
morning, Miss Brenda Kelly.
I'm fine, and how are y'all?
Doing
Oh, we're
just
making it.
wonderful.
We're making it.
We're
so that's
chilly.
good. Yeah, it's chilly. No, it ain't chilly. It's cold.
You are right.
Yeah, it's cold. But that's all right. It's time of the year for it to be cold, ain't it?
Yeah, if it was 90 degrees right now, I would be concerned.
So Thursday you're gonna do special memories or something?
Yeah, we're going to talk about our special memories of Christmas. And I'm sure you've got some, or one at least, that you'd talk about.
Oh yeah, I sure have.
Have to have Donald involved. Donald was a good man.
Yes, to put up with me. Yes. Oh goodness.
You're
But
not
we-
mean.
We hope everybody's having a terrific Tuesday. I've got 24 degrees on the front porch. I don't have but one anniversary today, and that's Reverend Ernie and Karen Cole. So I hope they have a great old big day on their special day. And in ways of announcements, Christmas Eve candlelight service, 7 p.m., Far City Church of the Nazarene. And after the service, we'll have light refreshments. And then join us for a Christmas blessing, warm free meals for warm hearts, December the 23rd, 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. This is at 257 East Main Street, Spindale. 100 free plates, first come, first served, sponsored by Right Now Works. And so far, that's all I got going on.
All right, Brenda, we appreciate it. Hope you have a good Tuesday, and we'll.
Y'all too, and we'll catch you later.
Thanks, Brenda.
Take care.
Bye.
Okay.
Brenda Kelly with that report from the Union Mills Fire District. Going to check in with our final reporter this morning. Last but certainly not least, Luther Gillikin down in Edinburgh.
Hey, I'm Reba McEntire. Growing up in Oklahoma, I had big dreams of becoming a successful country music singer. But I also knew the odds were against me and that I needed an education to fall back on. Studying never got in the way of my dreams. In fact, school gave me lots of opportunities I wouldn't have had otherwise with my career. Please stay in school and try your best. You never know where a good education might take you. This message is brought to you by the U.S. Air Force.
Coming up on 15 minutes before the hour of 8 o'clock, Luther Gillikin with us in Ellenboro. Luther, good morning.
Good morning. It's a good day down here. You ought to be here.
That was
I
a nice
know.
place to be.
You know to bring your cup of coffee on up here.
That's right. Well, it'd be cold trying to go out there this morning.
That's
You're right, it would be.
It'd be good cold. It's quiet there this morning. That's going on. Fire department, they had a quiet day yesterday, and that's going on with them. Hey, excuse me. We're going to have something going down here Thursday night, 6 o'clock. I heard Edinburgh Community Church. We'll be having a candlelight service out there, so everyone's invited to come on out and enjoy some good festivities there. It'll be 6 o'clock Thursday evening, so don't miss it. Nothing else going on. You two have a great day up there. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, Luther, we'll see you then.
You too. Have a good one.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Take care now.
Luther Gilligan with that report from the Ellenboro Fire District, wrapping up our call-around report for this Tuesday. I know you got something about drop-in you want to tell us about.
I do. Right now at the drop-in, you need to go by there and pick up some half-pound bags of your favorite Christmas candies.
Oh, have they got those orange slices?
Uh-huh.
Have they got the chocolate-covered peanuts?
Uh-huh.
Have they got the bonbons?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Double-dip chocolate peanuts, chocolate and yogurt pretzels, old-fashioned chocolate drops, peanut clusters and coconut bonbons, orange slices, and assorted fruit slices.
Oh, boy.
So get on over there and get this Christmas candy before it's all gone, and that is at the drop-in food stores.
I think I put on a pound when you're talking about that. Oh, my goodness. Folks, Granny B's is our sponsor for the morning birthdays and the birthday winner. You can enjoy a fresh, delicious orange twist, a Long John, a cream-filled donut, original glazed donut, or for lunch, stop in and order a fresh salad or a delicious Granny B's sub sandwich. Granny B's does beautiful cakes for showers, weddings, birthdays, or any occasion you need a cake. Or if you'd rather have those delicious petitfours instead, you can get those as well. Granny B's hours are Tuesday through Friday, 9 until 7, Saturday, 9 until 6. Call them at 286-9012. And they're located at 322 West Main Street in Spindale. All right, folks, if you're celebrating a birthday or anniversary today, give me a call, 287-3356. We'll have a birthday party in your honor, and we'll pick a winner from all the birthdays names that have been called in, and that winner will receive a free box of those petitfours, compliments of WCAB and Granny B's.
Years ago, a Boston minister saw a group of young boys loitering around a street corner with a small dog in the middle of their circle and asked them what they were doing. To the minister's surprise, they replied, telling lies. And the one who tells the biggest lie gets the dog. The minister, wanting to use this as a teaching moment with the boys, said, "Why, when I was your age, I never ever thought of telling a lie." The boys looked at one another a little crestfallen. Finally, one of them shrugged and said, "Well, I guess he wins the dog." George Washington, the father of our country, is reported to have said following the discovery of a fallen cherry tree, "I did it. I cannot tell a lie." This is the public persona we put on truthfulness. For example, very few parents accept lying by their children as appropriate behavior. And we expect our leaders to be people of honesty and truthfulness when telling us what they intend to do. But too often, this is not reality. The Bible is very clear that a person's life is to be characterized by truth-telling. Truthfulness is absolutely imperative if we are to function together as a noble society. Oh, for the days when my word is my bond is enough to conclude the deal. This is Bill Hostler with today's key to confident living.
Happy birthday to Travis Clark. He's celebrating a birthday today. Also, Eddie Deaton. He's 64 years old down in Sandy Mush. Stephen and Laura Crowder celebrating their 26th anniversary there from Rutherfordton. Brian Nealon also celebrating a birthday today. And Reverend Ernie and Karen Cole celebrating an anniversary today. Birthdays and events throughout history. 1920. Little Jimmy Dickens was born. Remember him?
I do.
Country singer, died in 2015. 1944, Tim Reed was born. Sound familiar?
Wait a minute, Tim Reed. Whoa.
Oh, that triggered a memory.
I can't.
We're at WKRP.
Oh, that's it. He was
Venus
Flytrap. That is right.
1947, country singer Janie Fricke was born. 1972, Alyssa Milano. 1980, Jake Gyllenhaal was born. In 1843, A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens is published for the first time. Sold 6,000 copies.
Oh, wow.
Never knew it'd be a worldwide phenomenon here some nearly 150 years later.
Wow.
Robert Ripley begins his Believe It or Not column in 1918. In 1919, the American Meteorological Society is founded. 1971, CBS airs a special called Homecoming, A Christmas Story.
I remember the Waltons.
That introduced the Waltons
sure
to American television. In 1980, the movie 9 to 5 is released. Today is National Oatmeal Muffin Day and National Hard Candy Day. The winner of our Pinafores, compliments of Granny B's and WCAB, Steve and Laura Crowder, 26 years. Y'all have to split them or fight over them, ever how you
Well, you
do
get
it. 4,
so 2 for him and 2 for her.
Split 2 or Steven, if I was you, I'd just go up there and get them and just eat them all myself.
Well, that's not nice.
But that's just me.
That 26-year anniversary came from half and half, didn't it?
Well, no. See, what I do is I'd eat all my 4 and then turn around and buy Karen a dozen and take them home to her.
There you go.
That's what I would do with that. But anyway, that's just me. That's just the kind-natured person that I am.
Good morning, Rick.
Rick, good morning. Rick Hauser from Jay's Discount Grocery with us this morning.
It is me in living color.
Yes, it is. We've seen you. We know you're in living color.
Yep, and I want to say Merry Christmas to everybody this morning.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas to you
Merry
as
Christmas to you, too.
You know, we try to save you money so you can spend more money on Christmas. That's all I can say.
That's right. And you do a very good job of it.
Well, we try. We try hard. Got plenty of ice cream this morning. We're loaded up with frozen. The meat coolers are filled up. We got sodas. We got everything you need for your Christmas parties. You got to come on in and shop, save money.
I always like to peruse the aisle over there where all the dog treats and the dog food is. Walked out of there the other day with a bag of Gravy Train.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Buddy's sophisticated now. He thinks he's something.
I tell you what, you never know what you find in that dog treat area, that dog food area.
I got him a bunch of them little doggy treats. Now, he thinks every time I walk out the door, I got to bring him a treat.
Thanks to Jay's.
Thanks to Jay's.
Yes, sir. What else can you say? The only thing you can say, if you want to save money, got to go to Jay's. We got a few of the Christmas cakes left, the Little Debbie Christmas cake.
Oh.
So come in and decorate.
Oh, goodness.
Them are good. I noticed y'all even had the Christmas tree brownies as well.
Oh.
Those were good.
Yeah, they're gone now.
Oh, yeah, they're long gone. But they were good.
I like the way you said that. They're gone now.
Yeah, they're gone.
Rick, tell us where to find you, sir.
Over on Oak Street in Forest City. Just look for the Big Red J. Come back to the back and find us.
Big, we appreciate you. Have a great day. We'll talk to you again on Thursday.
Yes, sir. Y'all come visit.
All right.
Thanks, Rick.
Take care, Rick.
Rick, with that report from Jay's Discount Grocery, the definite place in Rutherford County for you to save some money. Definitely. Don't forget, on Thursday, we're going to be sharing some of our favorite Christmas memories on our show. Hopefully, some of our reporters will join in and share some of their Christmas memories with us. It's hard to think of just one because the one thing I love about Christmas, I remember about Christmas, is the family.
Right.
Getting together with your family, going to your grandmother's house, gathering together, having fun with all your cousins that you only see 2 or 3 times a year.
That's
Most
true.
of my cousins lived off. My grandmother moved from Gastonia, North Carolina, up to North Carolina because when my grandfather got sick, she wanted to be closer to the hospital.
Oh.
And her doctor, he was from up this area, so his doctors were up this way. So they moved back up here. And, once my grandfather passed away in 1977, I believe it was, 78 or 77, she just stayed. Her and her oldest daughter.
That's what Rutherford County, they have an effect on you.
Oh, yeah. Lived right over there on Science Drive. Her son lived right across the road from her. Her oldest daughter, never married, lived right there with her, took care of her all of her life. And that's where we gathered, over on Science Drive.
I remember that area.
Great memories, great fun, and always looked forward to all the cousins getting together on Christmas. And we just eat and eat, drink, and be merry.
That's it. That's what we all did. And we were, weren't we?
Y'all would get together out in the valley, I guess, right?
Yep. Golden Valley.
Where would you gather? At your grandmother's
At my
house?
grandmother's.
Was that Grandma Martha's mama?
It was. My mom and Papa cook.
There we go.
That's
I
it.
keep forgetting you're related to that Butch feller there.
He's my uncle.
Uncle Butch. You got a bluegrass playing family.
I sure do, and I love every one of them. we had a get together Saturday night, and it was so good. Of course, they didn't bring, which was very unusual because normally when we get together, everybody's bringing their banjos and guitars and stuff. But for some reason, we didn't do that this time. But it's that's always a fun treat.
That's right. So, folks, we'll be back in here with you bright and early first thing tomorrow morning. As for us here, I hope you had a great Tuesday morning, and we're going to go and find out what else we can get into today. We're going to make room for the Lou to come in here this morning. She's got the 8 o'clock news hour coming up, so stay tuned for that. She'll be talking more about that murder investigation that we spoke about earlier this morning, so she'll cover more of that this morning. Folks, be good. Be good to each other. It'll all come back around to you.
We promise.
Hope you have a great Tuesday.
Take care.
Monday saw torrential rain, high winds, and flooding throughout the east. CBS's Errol Burnett is in Pompton Plains, New Jersey, one of the many communities under a flood warning, with more.
The storm system that brought all of this water also brought with it very intense winds, and that claimed lives throughout the Northeast.
Last week, North Carolina Attorney General announced he's filing a lawsuit against HCA Healthcare over how it's operating Mission Healthcare. Brevard Mayor Maureen Kobeloff told WLOS the state could no longer ignore the problems.
When our ambulance is down in Asheville and can't provide services here in the county.
Former UNC basketball star Eric Montross passed away on Sunday in Chapel Hill. He was diagnosed with cancer in March. Longtime sports writer and broadcaster David Glenn tells NCN News he was an even better man.
I honestly, genuinely believe that I am a better person for having known Eric Montross for 30-plus years.
Regular toothbrushing, even while in the hospital, could save lives. Christian Benvenitez of CBS has that.
Researchers at Brigham and Women's Hospital have linked brushing your teeth to lower rates of pneumonia for hospitalized patients and lower ICU mortality rates.
You're listening to NCN News.
For more than 35 years, the North Carolina Rural Center has been working to secure a more vibrant future for our state's rural people and places. The latest research breaks down the major forces driving change, such as restricted access to quality health care and insufficient health insurance coverage. Our rural communities face challenges often, contributing to poor health outcomes. The Rural Center continues to advocate for progress on these and other important rural issues. Learn more at ncruralcenter.org. NC Rural Center, building vibrant rural communities.
Did you know Atlantic hurricane season runs through November? From gathering necessary supplies to planning an evacuation route, now is the time to make sure you and your family are prepared. And if a storm damages our electric system, local public power providers are ready to respond and restore power quickly and safely. As a public power customer, you benefit from having an electricity provider that restores power faster than other providers do. Visit electricities.com for storm preparation tips and resources.
The nation says goodbye today, the first woman ever to serve on the U.S. Supreme Court. Justice Sandra Day O'Connor served on the nation's highest court from 1981 to 2006. At least 118 are dead and hundreds more injured as one of the deadliest earthquakes in the last decade struck China's northwest province of Gansu. Stephen McDonnell of the BBC has more.
They're up against the clock now to try and find anyone else because, you know, imagine even if you're alive under the rubble, you might freeze to death. These houses, if you travel around that area, you'll know that they're built from sort of bricks and mud and wood and have collapsed quite easily when this powerful, shallow earthquake hit there just before midnight.
Cooking a big holiday meal for your family can pose serious fire safety hazards. Tim Bradley with the North Carolina Firefighters Association says there's a new tool to combat kitchen fires.
There's also a new product that's gaining popularity, and particularly for stove fires, stovetop fires. It's called a fire blanket. They're reusable, and you hang them actually very close like you do a fire extinguisher. And if you have a fire on your stove, you simply snatch the blanket down and cover the fire, and it puts it out.
A new twist on an old tale.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer.
Maybe it wasn't his cute little red honker. It was probably Rudolph's shiny blue eyes that helped Santa and the rest of the herd find their way across the sky and onto the chimney tops. A study from Dartmouth College finds the unique color, which takes on a vivid glow in the colder months, helps illuminate the surrounds during Arctic winters so reindeer can find food. The lead author calls it an amazing visual system unlike any mammal scientists have studied to date. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Mike Rayleigh, NCIA News.
The music's on us on WCAB.
Before decorating your home for Christmas this season, make a trip to Sandy's Country Christmas. It's the Christmas specialty shop with closeout prizes. You'll find trees and trims, unique gift ideas to choose from, all at incredible low prices. They're on West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, so discover for yourself the big Christmas secret that even Santa Claus doesn't even know about. They're open all holiday long with extended hours, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., Monday through Saturday. But don't come on Sunday. They're always closed on Sunday. That's Sandy's Country Christmas. Visit them today on West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, or call 704-471-0015. And Merry Christmas from Sandy's Country Christmas.
This is Dakota Livesay chronicling another true story taken from the 1800s, a time known to all as the Old West. The last time we were together, we learned about Henry Plummer and how he organized the Innocents. Today we're going to learn about the law enforcement group that organized to fight this gang.
Well, here's the long distance bill.
Right.
And the internet bill.
Uh-huh.
And the wireless bill.
Anything you say, honey.
You're not listening to a word I say. These bills are taking away our extra cash.
Well, Fred told me about Affinity 4.
4 times more money for us to spend, right?
No, long distance, internet, wireless service, and Fred says it's inexpensive. He's paying less now than ever before. Plus, Affinity 4 has always supported family values based on causes throughout the country. In fact, a portion of each billing goes to support their mission. Fred says he's not only helping himself with lower cost, but he's helping others too.
Affinity 4 sounds good. Did Fred give you a number?
Yeah, I think I have it. Hold on.
That number is 1-800-684-4815. Save money on your bills with Affinity 4 and new standard for giving. That's 1-800-684-4815.
Henry Plummer knocked around California, Nevada, and Washington until he went to the goldfields of Idaho in 1862. Henry's objective wasn't to work the goldfields, but to work those who worked the goldfields. He was so effective that it was impossible to transport gold anywhere. Finally, the honest citizens rose up and chased Plummer over to Montana, where a new gold strike had just been discovered. In Montana, Plummer organized a gang that was so large they needed a secret handshake and password, which was the Innocents. They had members working for transportation companies who would put a special mark on any vehicle that had gold in it. He got himself elected the sheriff of Bannock and then Virginia. Through intimidating juries, no innocent was ever convicted. On December 23, 1863, a number of prominent citizens decided to form a group called the Montana Vigilantes. In less than a month, they had hanged 30 of the Innocents, including their leader, Henry Plummer, who incidentally was hanged from a gallows Henry had constructed for someone else. Within 10 months, the job of the Montana Vigilantes was done as the last innocent was hanged. Unlike most vigilante groups, the Montana Vigilantes warned those they were coming after by putting a note on the person's door that contained the numbers 3, 7, and 77. It supposedly stood for the size of a grave, 3 feet wide, 7 feet deep, and 77 inches long. Incidentally, today, the Montana Highway Patrol's badge bears that same number. You've just heard another story from Old West Radio. I'm Dakota Livesay.
On Millionaire's Cove.
Don, I won $1 million playing the $10 million spectacular scratch-off.
And there's someone else.
Well, I won the $10 million top prize.
I don't know what I saw in your long-lost brother.
I have a brother?
New $10 million spectacular from the North Carolina Education Lottery. Instant millions change everything. Must be 18 to play. Approximate overall odds of winning are 1 in 3.11. Problem gambling helpline 877-718-5543.
Well, you know, it's that time of season when you're trying to figure out what to buy that one person. Well, don't waste another moment just thinking about it. Go to 118 Makers Place in Forest City. The best directions to get to Patriot Arms is just past the Old American Homes Company or near the Convenience Center on Bethany Church Road or just right behind Danieltown Baptist Church. They've got a store full of huge deals, huge inventory, great gift certificates available, and layaway program. They've got new and used merchandise. They buy, sell, and trade guns only. They have ammunition, apparel, holsters, cleaning supplies, do gun repair, gunsmithing. Patriot Arms is an amazing gun shop and a whole lot more. They're located, like we said, in that area around Danieltown Baptist Church. It's probably the easiest way to find it. Locally owned and operated by people that live right here in Rutherford County. Something particular you might be looking for? Call 828-919-2803. Tell them WCAB sent you. Shop local. Keep your money here in Rutherford County. Well, we got news coming up, but first, let's this story from the Rutherford County Sheriff's Department. Lou Gillen in the Blue Room with a special report from the Rutherford County Sheriff's Department. On November the 21st, 2020, the Rutherford County Sheriff's Office Criminal Investigation Division began a homicide investigation after receiving information that Daryl Jamichael Price was shot by Delario Laquan Good. The investigation lasted for several weeks. Investigators were able to track Good to Cobb County, Georgia, and orchestrate his arrest with the Cobb County Police Department. Good was attempting to create a new identity for himself in Georgia. A few days after Good's arrest, investigators were able to locate Price's body in a secluded area in the northwest section of Rutherford County. The report goes on to state, after a complex investigation, investigators learned that Good had planned to rob Price during a drug deal. During the robbery, Good shot Price, who died as a result of the gunshot wound. Price's body was carried in a car for a day before Good dumped his body in a secluded area. Good then fled to Georgia, where he was apprehended. On December the 5th, 2023, after a week-and-a-half trial, a jury convicted Delario Laquan Good of first-degree murder. Good was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. The Rutherford County Sheriff's Office would like to thank the North Carolina State Bureau of Investigation for their assistance in the investigation, and especially the Rutherford County District Attorney's Office for their hard work, meticulous case preparation that led to a conviction in this case and getting justice for Daryl Jamichael Price and his family. The investigators with the Rutherford County Sheriff's Office Criminal Investigation Division is dedicated to serving the citizens of Rutherford County with a no stone unturned mentality in all investigations. The Criminal Investigations Division uses all resources available and works with other agencies as a team to ensure the best possible outcome for all cases. For WCAB, I'm Lou Gillum. Well, I've checked the internet, and the Rutherford County Crime Stoppers is offering a cash reward for information that will aid investigators in locating Brian Scott Sisk. Now, he was reported missing by family members November the 28th. Anyone with any information about the whereabouts of Sisk is urged to contact the Rutherford County Communications Center at 828-286-2911. Information can be submitted to the Rutherford County Crime Stoppers at 828-286-TIPS. That's 828-286-8477, or the Rutherford County Sheriff's Office mobile app. Atrium Health, like many health systems across the Carolinas, has seen an increase in respiratory viruses, including COVID-19, flu, and RSV. Now, due to this increase, Atrium Health has implemented temporary visitor restrictions for children ages 12 and younger. To reduce the possibility of spreading viruses, visitors who are 12 and under will not be permitted to visit parents or patients in the hospital, behavioral health, and inpatient rehabilitation locations. Under certain circumstances, such as visiting a dying family member, the patient's care team may make arrangements for visitors under 12. Throughout the year, and especially right now, visitors who do not feel well or who have confirmed cases of flu, RSV, COVID-19, or any other respiratory virus should not be visiting the hospital. Atrium Health is also temporarily updating its masking policy in high-risk settings in an effort to protect patients and to slow the spread of respiratory illnesses. Masks will be required when entering a patient's room in these settings, which include acute care hospitals, rehabilitation hospital units, emergency departments, including freestanding ED locations, skilled nursing facilities, behavioral health inpatient hospice, infusion centers, and certain cancer areas, including outpatient bone marrow transplant clinics. Atrium Health also urges members of the community to continue taking measures that are known to limit the spread of respiratory viruses. Health officials strongly encourage people to stay home when they're sick, maintain good respiratory etiquette, such as washing your hands, covering your nose and mouth when sneezing or coughing, and most importantly, stay up to date on all vaccines, including the updated COVID-19 vaccine, the new RSV vaccine, to best protect against illnesses heading into the holiday season. As always, patients are asked to only visit the emergency department if they are experiencing a serious or life-threatening illness or injury. Those who need medical attention for more routine symptoms such as a cough, fever, fatigue, other flu-like symptoms should contact your primary care provider. Other options include urgent care centers and virtual visits. It is important to note that some hospitals and health systems may have additional restrictions on visitors in certain areas, and restrictions are subject to change without notice. Please read and follow signage posted on site and follow any directions provided by staff members at the facility. Well, we'll take a look at our local obituaries, and then we'll take a look at news around our area. And the obits are being brought to you by Crow's Mortuary. It's a family tradition, caring for your family at a time of sorrow and need. Crow's Mortuary and Cremation Services, owned and operated by the Crow family, has been a part of our community for over 65 years. They've been recognized for the highest level of professional service. Crow's pinpoints every service detail to ensure your family has the best service possible. Any questions, call the staff at Crow's 286-2304. They'll be happy to speak with you about pre-funeral needs as well. Crow's Mortuary and Cremation Services, 118 College Avenue, Rutherford, or visit them at www.crowmortuary.com. Judy Underwood Robinson of Union Mills passed away on Wednesday, December 13th at Heritage Hills Memory Care in Hendersonville. The family will receive friends today from 10 until 11. This will be at Beam Funeral Home. A graveside service will follow at McDowell Memorial Park. Beam Funeral Home in Marion in charge of the arrangements for Judy Underwood Robinson. Randy Keith Lauder Sr., 61 of Rutherford, passed away on Saturday at Rutherford Regional, a native of Rutherford County. Funeral services are this afternoon at 3 o'clock at Matt Mahan's Funeral Home Chapel. Burial will be at the Kistler's Chapel, United Methodist Church in Rutherford. In lieu of flowers, memorials may be made to the American Cancer Society at 120 Executive Park, Building 1, Asheville, North Carolina, 28801. Matt Mahan's Funeral Home in charge of the arrangements for Randy Keith Lauder Sr. Kathy Bumgardner, 66 of Golden Valley, passed away on Friday, December the 15th. Funeral services were at 3 o'clock today at the Golden Valley Missionary Methodist Church. Burial will be in the church cemetery. Washburn and Dorsey Funeral Home in charge of the arrangements for Kathy Bumgardner, 66 of Golden Valley. Joe Kimbrell, 88 of Forest City, passed away on Thursday in Sumter, South Carolina, a native of Rutherford County. A graveside service is being held at 11 o'clock this morning at the Robertson Creek Free Will Baptist Church Cemetery. Online condolences may be made at harrelsonfuneralhome.com. Harrelson Funeral Home in charge of the arrangements for Joe Kimbrell, age 88 of Forest City. Herman Turner, 91 of Forest City, passed away on Thursday, December the 14th at hospice. Born in Rutherford County, funeral services are today at 3 o'clock at the Harrelson Funeral Chapel. Military honors will be accorded by the Rutherford County Honor Guard at the Rutherford County Memorial Cemetery. The family will receive friends 1 hour prior to the service at the funeral home. Harrelson Funeral Home in charge of the arrangements for Herman Turner. And this is the morning obituaries on WCAB. You can hear complete obituaries at 11:30 today, and then again just after 5 o'clock this afternoon.
Good morning. I'm Pastor Lee Coyle. Welcome to Coffee for the Soul, a brief devotion designed to jumpstart your service to Christ today. It gets my body and spirit going in the morning like a hot cup of coffee and a fresh challenge from God's Word. Well, is your debit card smoking yet? I'm afraid my wife's has melted. This is the season of buying extra and doing more. It is a long practiced tradition pointing back to the greatest gift of all, Jesus, as well as the gifts of the Magi who came to worship the baby born to be king. Gift giving is enjoyable. In fact, that is some people's primary love language, meaning when they give a gift, whether big or small, that is their primary way of saying, I love you. I believe giving is certainly a part of God's love language. Not all of his love language, but part of it. After all, Jesus himself said, for God so loved the world that he gave. Giving surely is an expression of love. It is also an expression of thoughtfulness, kindness, generosity, appreciation, and goodwill. There are very expensive gifts that can be given, and there are gifts that are just as meaningful and valuable that have very little, if any, monetary value. Gifts like time to sit and have a conversation with a loved one in a nursing facility, or maybe helping someone carry in their groceries at the apartment complex, or perhaps a couple of free hours of babysitting while a young single mother wraps Christmas gifts. One of the gifts I love to give others is the gift of laughter. In the world in which we live, laughter is often in short supply, but in high demand. As the Holy Scripture declares in Proverbs, laughter is good medicine. Sometimes the most valuable gift anyone can receive from a loved one is either a hug or the words, I love you. I challenge you today to give all you can to as many people as you can. I think you will be surprised how rich you feel at the end of the day. Now, that's Coffee for the Soul.
At Insurance Service Associates, we want to be your insurance agent. We try to make it easier for you. When you ask, we will shop your insurance with multiple companies. We don't charge extra fees for making a payment. You can come by our office, or with many of our companies, you can pay us over the phone. Many of our customers come through our drive-thru. We want to make it simple because life is already too complicated. Insurance Service Associates, 245 East Main Street, or you can call us at 245-5301.
Sis Ford, located on Oak Street in Forest City, is now Legendary Ford, still locally owned and still offering the same local hometown service as always. The new family at Legendary Ford is working hard to prove to you that they want your business. So stop by today and see the large selection of cars, SUVs, and trucks on the lot, and let the guys at Legendary Ford help you choose the perfect vehicle that best fits you and your family. Visit them at 565 Oak Street in Forest City, or visit the website at www.legendaryford.com, or call them at 245-1626.
Your car's best friend can be RS Speedy Lube Service Center. That's because RS Speedy Lube Service Center and Car Wash can keep your car or truck running clean with a regular oil change. They check the fluids and vacuum out the car and have you on your way in no time. Go next door for a radiator or transmission flush, brakes, exhaust, CV joints, and service for big trucks and campers also available. Pull next door to the RS Speedy Automatic Car Wash and make your car happy with a clean, all under and all over car wash. It's all at RS Service Center and Car Wash on Railroad Avenue in Rutherfordton.
Well, yesterday we told you about the recall, Quaker Oats Company recalling some of the granola bars and cereals due to possible salmonella contamination. Now, if you missed that, Quaker Oats recalls the granola and salmon over salmonella concerns. The products were sold throughout the United States. In addition to areas of Puerto Rico, customers who have items should dispose of them immediately and go to QuakerGranolaRecall.com for more information and check out about a reimbursement. Now, according to the FDA, people infected with salmonella can experience a lot of health issues, and one of the reasons why they're doing this recall, well, this was a few months ago, and they're still dealing with this one. Now, parents can apply for a refund for out-of-pocket cost for health care visits and blood work tied to a nationwide recall of a fruit puree pouches containing apple cinnamon. It's the Wanabana USA and Astro Food have established a consumer refund program and will reimburse those for documented out-of-pocket expenses up to $150. Now, the Wanabana apple cinnamon fruit puree pouches were found to contain high levels of lead that led to contamination, and it's been tied to cinnamon supplied by Negasmart, a third-party company. On Monday, Wanabana USA revealed it has filed legal action against the cinnamon supplier in Ecuador. An FDA official recently told News 13 one of the theories the agency is exploring regarding the high lead levels in the recalled cinnamon applesauce pouches is the potential that the cinnamon contamination occurred as a possible result of economically motivated. As this is ongoing, the FDA can only confirm this is one of the theories at this time. Additional information needs to occur before the FDA reaches any conclusions. Now, in North Carolina, at least 4 kids were impacted by lead exposure tied to a nationwide recall of that infant food. The company, Wanabana USA, has issued a recall for at least one variety of their fruit puree pouches. It said on December the 18th it's not aware whether the alleged contamination was intentional or if it was accidental. Now, Wanabana USA has been collaborating with the Food and Drug Administration in managing the voluntary recall of certain animal cinnamon fruit puree products manufactured by Astrofood and sold under the Wanabana brand in the United States. The products have been tested for elevated levels of lead. Now, how did they find out anything was going on with this? Well, it started in North Carolina. A Madison County toddler was one of the original kids in North Carolina that prompted the nationwide recall. A 14-month-old child, 14-month-old Ryan Cash Flynn Robinson, had a blood level close to poisoning. A routine doctor's appointment caught the danger, but the toddler is still going to have to undergo regular blood screenings every 3 weeks for the next 6 months to ensure the levels are returning to normal. The infant food pouches are manufactured in Ecuador and sold under the Wanabana, Waste, and Schnucks brands. According to the FDA, as of November the 22nd, 2023, there have been 52 reports of adverse events potentially linked to recall products submitted to the FDA. To date, confirmed complaints are less than 1 to 4 years of age. Now, the FDA recently discovered that recalled Wanabana apple cinnamon puree is still on the shelves at several Dollar Tree stores in multiple states. So if you see this product in the Dollar Tree, don't get it and bring it to the attention of the manager that that's not supposed to be on the shelf. Now, again, the FDA discovered that recalled Wanabana apple cinnamon puree is still on the shelves at several Dollar Tree stores in multiple states. According to the FDA, it's working with the firm to ensure an effective recall. This product should not be available for sale, and consumers should not purchase or consume this product as it is potentially contaminated with lead, which can be harmful to health. The FDA is still working to determine what did cause the contamination and whether additional products are linked to illness. And you can find out more about that by going to fda.gov. Well, on October the 22nd, 2023, at the Dirt Track World Championship, Rutherford County's own Ricky Weeks ensured that his memory will forever live on as a legend in the sport of dirt racing. Weeks' name was cemented in history when he was announced as part of the Class of 2024 National Dirt Late Model Hall of Fame inductees. Weeks said it was a surprise. I've done a lot, don't get me wrong, but sometimes they look over regional races. He said it was a real honor. Boasting an impressive resume of hundreds of victories and multiple championships, Weeks has been on the track for 38 years. Weeks is what is known as a regional racer, meaning that due to working a full-time job and raising a family of his own, he didn't have time or resources to race far away. He's also known in Rutherford County as the Rutherfordton Rocket. Still works his full-time job at Parton Lumber Company, only now as a superintendent. But what many of his fans don't know is after a few unseen bumps in the road, Parton Lumber played a big part in keeping him on the track. Just when Weeks was getting the hang of it and started winning a few races, the 62 Chevy Nova he was driving was deemed illegal. What first looked like an end to a newfound hobby turned out to just be one of the best things to happen in Weeks' career. Scott Hughes and Carl Parton, owner of Parton Lumber Company, got mad and bought me a lot better of a car, and they've helped me ever since, according to Weeks. The better car proved to be worth it as Weeks dominated Cherokee Motor Speedway in Gaffney, South Carolina, almost every weekend. A former crew member even said they saw other drivers pack up their cars and leave when Weeks arrived. To show doubters that he was good no matter where he raced, Weeks began racing in the Carolina Clash Super Late Model Series, going against some of the best drivers in the Southeast. Weeks proved his point rather quickly by winning the series championship 5 consecutive years from 2004 to 2008. Weeks also currently sits at the second spot of the most Carolina Clash wins with 37. Now, he's good at winning, but is he always the first person to say it's not because of him, it's the people around him? Well, he says, we always had a good team. You can't do it by yourself. It's crazy how long some guys helped. Those years we had it going on like Donkey Kong. The Lord blessed us, and we had our ducks in a row, and it just worked out. And I can tell you that I went to school with Ricky at Ruth School. Yep, he's a Ruth Schooler. Sports is next.
NCN Sports. Good morning. I'm Tony Rixby. Hunter Salas scored 19 points. Andrew Carr added a double-double. And Wake Forest cruised to an 88-59 win last night over Delaware State. UNC basketball legend Eric Montross died over the weekend. Gail Hurd looks back at his life and career.
The 52-year-old Montross passed away Sunday after a cancer diagnosis in March. During his time as a Tar Heel player, Montross was a first-team All-ACC and a two-time All-American selection as he helped lead the Tar Heels to a national championship in 1993. He was selected by the Boston Celtics in the first round of the NBA draft and played 9 professional seasons. Montross returned to Chapel Hill after his basketball career and served as the radio analyst for the Tar Heel Sports Network. I'm Gail Hurd.
Gary Trent Jr. had a season-high 22 points, a career-high 10 rebounds for his first career double-double. Toronto Raptors beating the Charlotte Hornets 114-99 Monday night, rallying past a Hornets team missing Miles Bridges and 3 other starters. A potential top pick in the NFL draft has thrown his hat in the ring. Here's Gethin Coolbaugh.
Heisman Trophy-winning LSU quarterback Jaden Daniels announced in a social media post on Monday that he is declaring for the 2024 NFL Draft. In a video caption, "Forever LSU, thank you," Daniels thanked fans and says all good things must come to an end. A potential top 5 draft pick, the 23-year-old passed for 3,800 yards and 40 touchdowns and rushed for 1,100 yards and 10 scores this season for the 9-3 Tigers. I'm Gethin Coolbaugh.
NHL last night, Pittsburgh over Minnesota 4-3. The Ducks beating the Red Wings 4-3. In overtime, Montreal Canadiens beating Winnipeg 3-2 was the final. You're listening to NCN Sports.
988 is the number that can make a difference.
It's a number to use when you need help
and don't know where to turn.
Call, text, or chat 988 day or night.
The number where someone will always be there to talk.
The National Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. Learn it, know it, share it.
Because you never know when you
or someone you know may need it.
988, the National Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. Learn it, know it, share it.
Have you heard? Discovery has a new destination, PBS North Carolina. Come with us as we explore our state from the foothills to the seashore, from all points of view to find new beginnings, connections, and stories, as well as trusted information to help us feel safe and secure. Join PBS North Carolina and uncover what you've been searching for. Follow your curiosity at pbsnc.org. That's pbsnc.org.
Monday Night Football saw the Seattle Seahawks pull out a win late in the game, as we hear from Jim Bernard.
The Seattle Seahawks scored with 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter to post a 2017 win over the Philadelphia Eagles. Drew Lock capped a 92-yard drive with a 29-yard touchdown pass as the Seahawks snapped a 4-game losing streak. Jackson Smith and Jigba caught the game-winning scoring strike, and Julian Love had 2 interceptions. The second pick ended the Eagles' final possession.
Former Big 12 Commissioner Bob Bowlesby says TV played a large role in the defections of many schools from one conference to another.
An awful lot of it was driven by media partners, and the thing that makes it different than any time previously is one of the major conferences went out of business as a result of it.
And that was the Pac-12 that he's referring to. Tony Rixby, NCN Sports.
No way.
I'm here to rock the holidays with Bark Mobile. Switch and get a free Samsung Galaxy A14 5G or Moto G Pure.
OMG, Santa. Red leather is totally trending.
You sound like my elves. You can also get 2 lines with unlimited data for just $35 a month each.
Okay, slay, Santa.
Slay on.
Bark Mobile rocks the holidays. Certain restrictions apply. See store for details or visit mybarkmobile.com/terms and conditions. Offers expire January 7th, 2024.
For Christmas this year, be sure to remember your family member or friend who is a numismatist, a coin collector. Visit Norm's Coins, located just inside Butler's Jewelry in downtown Forest City. You'll find a good selection of gold and silver coins, proof sets from the 1950s to the present, also brand new silver eagles, ladies' quarters, and Morgan piece dollars. They also have collectible coins and Dasco items. They also buy silver coins. Bring those in, they'll turn them into cash for Christmas. Norm's Coins, located inside Butler's Jewelry, East Main Street in Forest City. Call Betty at 245-9859. 245-9859. Have a happy and merry numismatic Christmas from Norm's Coins in Forest City.
It can be a tough call when it comes time to provide a daycare service for an aging parent or a loved one. You can always depend on Rutherford Life Services for a safe facility that offers medical monitoring, nutritional meals, fun activities, and is a loving environment. Rutherford Life is licensed by the State of North Carolina Division of Aging. They will be glad to answer any questions you may have. Call them at 288-1697. Rutherford Life Services offers a trained staff of professionals who you can entrust your loved one to. Rutherford Life Services is located at 230 Fairground Road in Spindale. Good morning, Luke Gillum in the Blue Room. Your forecast for today, look for highs around 45 degrees. Clear tonight, lows around 25. Partly sunny tomorrow, highs around 50. Overnight lows around 25. Thursday, highs around 60 under cloudy skies. Overnight lows around 30. Friday, clouds, highs around 60. Overnight lows around 30. Saturday, again, cloudy skies. Highs around 55. Overnight lows around 35. And then Sunday, cloudy skies, highs around 55. Overnight lows around 40 degrees. That's your forecast. You're listening to 100.9 FM, 590 AM, WCAB, Rutherford. And currently at 28 minutes before 9 o'clock. Well, coming tomorrow night in sports, we've got Tar Heel basketball. It's the Tar Heels and Oklahoma. Airtime will be 7:30 for that pregame show, countdown to tip-off, and then tip-off should be somewhere around, 7:30, 8:30, somewhere around 9 o'clock. So Tar Heel basketball tomorrow night, airtime 7:30 right here on WCAB. Now, our next game will be on, looks like Friday, December the 29th. Countdown to tip-off for the Tar Heels and Charleston Southern. That game, December the 29th. Tar Heels back in action after Christmas. Well, in news in other areas, our surrounding counties, Asheville city leaders have named Deputy Chief Michael Lamb as interim police chief as of Monday, December the 18th, according to a news release from the city. Chief Lamb has served with the Asheville Police Department for more than 25 years, rising through the ranks from patrol officer, being recently promoted to deputy chief in 2023. He said, "I'm honored to serve as chief of the Asheville Police Department, a role that allows me to give back to the community I've called home for my entire life," Lamb said. He went on to say, "I'm deeply grateful for the dedication and hard work of the men and women in our department. I am proud to be in the strong relationships I have fostered with the community over the past 26 years. Together, we will continue to work towards making Asheville a safe and thriving community." Now, Monday's announcement comes after former Asheville Police Chief David Zach resigned on December the 15th, according to a news release from the city. The city of Asheville initially announced Zach's departure on December the 12th as a retirement and did not name an official last day. Interim Chief Mike Lamb also proven to be an exceptional leader, and we are fortunate to have the opportunity for such a seamless transition in this critical role. That, according to Campbell, with his leadership, the support of the entire organization, and the support of a high-performing police executive leadership team, I know the police department is well positioned to maintain the most professional level of service to our community. Zach was named the successor for former police chief Chris Bailey on January the 13th, 2020, who resigned in September 2019 after only weeks on the job. Zach began serving the Asheville community in February 2020. Prior to his appointment, Asheville has seen several police chiefs in recent years. Well, a Spartanburg River County man is accused of impersonating a law enforcement officer and threatening to arrest another person. The South Carolina Law Enforcement Division said 25-year-old Tyler Rogers was arrested Monday and charged with impersonating a law enforcement officer and breach of peace. According to SLED, Rogers was previously employed by the South Carolina Department of Public Safety as a state transport police officer until he was fired on July the 20th, 2023. Warrants state that Rogers approached a victim on August 19th, 2023, and threatened to arrest them for parking in a handicapped parking space at the Waters Edge Apartments off Reedville Road. Rogers was wearing a vest with Trooper written on the front and State Trooper on the back, a South Carolina Department of Public Safety hat with State Transport Police badge on the front, and was armed with a handgun, according to the warrants. Rogers was booked into the Spartanburg County Detention Center. The case will be prosecuted by the South Carolina Attorney General's office. Well, deputies have one suspect in custody after finding more than $95,000 in the backseat of a car last Wednesday. According to the Anderson County Sheriff's Office, deputies arrested the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department. Let me do that one more time. My ink smeared just as I got this thing out of here. According to we're having the worst time around here. I don't know what is going on between the power flickering off on us and throwing all the equipment sideways. Printers breaking down, computers going haywire. It seems like a Monday every day here for the past couple of weeks. But anyway, we'll get through it. New owners, new equipment, new building eventually. We're happy. Now, let's do this one more time. According to the Anderson County Sheriff's Office, deputies assisted with the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department in the search for an armed robbery suspect. Now, details state that Charlie Curry of Houston, 30, along with groups of suspects, was responsible for stealing thousands of dollars from an ATM in Charlotte. Now, on Wednesday, the Anderson County Directed Patrol Unit pulled over a Nissan Maxima near Exit 4 on I-85, recovered $95,700 from a backpack in the backseat of the car. Curry is being held in the Anderson County Detention Center with a hold as a fugitive from justice. All charges from the case will come from the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department. And yeah, we are getting calls about the AM. When will our AM be back up and going? We're in the process of swapping out the old equipment for new equipment. So we'll hopefully get that back on just as quick as possible. It takes a little bit of time because that building is smaller and they'll have to go in and rebuild some stuff. So, the AM will be back on just as quick. We're in the process of course, we got sold twice in less than 7 months. So we're getting used to the new owners and new equipment coming in. And yes, we're going to country music. We will start on January the 1st. That equipment's already here. So yes, we are going country music. And we got a lot of changes coming. And a lot of that's going to take place on January the 1st. Well, a teenager is accused of sexually assaulting a student on a Spartanburg County bus. A school bus at that. According to the Spartanburg County Sheriff's Office, an investigation began into 18-year-old Isaiah Michael Anderson of Inman on September the 28th when a juvenile victim reported to officials with Spartanburg School District 1 that he was sexually assaulted by Anderson. The victim said the assault occurred on a school bus on consecutive days earlier in the month. In response, Anderson was pulled from the bus route and placed on homebound instruction. The Sheriff's Office said the victim's forensic interview with the Child's Advocacy Center, along with a video from the bus, verified those allegations. Anderson invoked his right to an attorney when being interviewed by investigators who advised him he turned himself in. He was charged with 2 counts of criminal sexual conduct with a minor. He was released from jail 10 hours later on a $15,000 bond with a condition of no contact with the victim. Well, 2 people have been arrested in connection with a 2015 quadruple homicide in Anderson County. Sheriff Chad McBride announced on Friday that Amy and Rossmore Velarde have been arrested for the 2015 killings of Barbara Scott, her son Mike, his wife Kathy, and her mother Violet Taylor. All of them were killed on Halloween 2015, found dead 2 days later. Now, Amy Velarde is Kathy Scott's daughter and Violet Taylor's granddaughter. Rossmore Velarde is her husband. The 2 were arrested at their home in Columbia on Friday and each have been charged with 4 counts of murder. The sheriff's office has been working with members of the victim's family to solve the case. In 2020, a billboard was put up on US 76 to try to source new information on the case. We know how important this case is to the county of Anderson, the cities of Pendleton, Five Forks community, McBride said. This is a case that rocked our communities very hard. Now, shortly after the family was discovered, Amy Velarde spoke to Channel 7 News about the killing, saying the victims were wonderful people and they would do anything for anybody. They didn't deserve this. 6 months after the killings, the Velardes sued the sheriff's office in an attempt to recover property seized during the investigation, including $60,000 in cash and 2 vehicles. McBride said the state attorney general's office will prosecute the case. The couple has been transported to Anderson County and were denied bond Saturday morning during a court hearing. Well, all the bad weather over the weekend in Tennessee, a 4-month-old boy has survived a tornado in Tennessee after it sucked him up from his family's mobile home, which was demolished during the storm. Sidney Moore told WSVM-TV that when the tornado hit their home in Clarksville on Saturday, it ripped off the roof, lifted the bassinet with her son in it out. Her boyfriend, the child's father, tried to grab the bassinet, but was spun into the twister as well. She said he was just holding on to the bassinet the whole time. They went into circles, and then they got thrown. About the same time in another room, as the wind howled, Moore decided to jump on top of their other son, who is 1. She grabbed the child as the walls collapsed. Moore and the 1-year-old were crushed under the trailer, but she said she managed to push them out. They searched for the younger son for 10 minutes and ultimately found him lying in a fallen tree in the pouring rain. She said, "I was pretty sure he was dead and we were not going to find him, but he's here, and that's by the grace of God." All the family members survived with cuts and bruises, but their home and belongings were a total loss. Moore's sister has started a GoFundMe page to help them recover. 3 people were killed in Clarksville and in Nashville by a string of powerful tornado-producing storms. That was on Saturday. Well, a bear was spotted early Sunday morning in Spartanburg County. A family's Blink camera caught the bear walking through their carport on Owens Avenue in North Spartanburg area. Angela Lynch, who captured it, said it seems this bear is becoming very well known in this area. She went on to say that several local neighborhood apps and community groups on Facebook show that the bear has been around in that neighborhood for quite a few weeks. Well, sadly, a South Carolina father and daughter who were reported missing for 2 days has been found dead, according to officials. The Richland County Sheriff's Office said 6-year-old Michelle Murph and her father, Jason Murph, 42, were found dead in Calhoun County on Monday. The family reported the pair missing on Saturday, telling deputies they were worried the 2 were in an accident and maybe needed help. Officials said investigators were continuously searching for the father and daughter with other agencies when their truck was found by Richland County deputies shortly before 12 noon on Lavender Lane, which is near exit 136 off Interstate 26. Shortly after finding the truck, Orangeburg County's K-9 found Jason and Michelle Murph's bodies about 100 yards away at around 1 p.m. Richland County deputies were working with the Calhoun County Sheriff's Department and the Orangeburg County Sheriff's Department with the search. No other information has been released. We'll have more right after this.
At Carolina West Wireless, the gifts are on us this holiday season. Save thousands on bundling iPhones, iPads, and watches with new lines of service. Need to upgrade? Save big there, too. To celebrate the gifts we are most grateful for, our customers, we are having a holiday customer appreciation event at our retail store locations. Join us December 7th through 9th and get the best savings of the year and register to win great prizes. Celebrate the holidays with us as we celebrate you. Carolina West Wireless.
At Vive, we're kicking off Black Friday early, and we're keeping it going all the way through the holiday season with our best deal of the year. That's right, you can save more than ever before with our 105 megabits per second internet for only $19.99 a month for your first 6 months when you choose AutoPay. Plus, get free installation when you order online. So go to ViveBroadband.com today and make the holidays brighter with our best deal of the year. Offer ends January 2nd, 2024. Not available in all areas. Modem, certain installations, taxes, and fees extra. Subject to data plan. Visit ViveBroadband.com for all restrictions.
Sis Ford, located on Oak Street in Forest City, is now Legendary Ford. Still locally owned and still offering the same local hometown service as always. The new family at Legendary Ford is working hard to prove to you that they want your business. So stop by today and see the large selection of cars, SUVs, and trucks on the lot, and let the guys at Legendary Ford help you choose the perfect vehicle that best fits you and your family. Visit them at 565 Oak Street in Forest City, or visit the website at www.legendaryford.com, or call them at 245-1626.
And go to 118 Makers Place in Forest City and let those guys there.
Good morning. Luke Gilman in the Blue. I'm your forecast for today. Look for highs around 45 degrees. Clear tonight. Lows around 25. Partly sunny tomorrow. Highs around 50. Overnight lows around 25. Thursday, highs around 60 under cloudy skies. Overnight lows around 30. Friday, clouds, highs around 60. Overnight lows around 30. Saturday, again, cloudy skies. Highs around 55. Overnight lows around 35. And then Sunday, cloudy skies, highs around 55. Overnight lows around 40 degrees. That's your forecast. You're listening to 100.9 FM, 590 AM, WCAB, Rutherford.
And right now, 27 degrees. Head to 118 Makers Place. Let those guys there show you something great for Christmas for that hunter or that competitive shooter in your household. They've got a great store, a huge inventory, and it's a store like no other. They buy, sell, and trade guns only. They have ammunition, apparel, holsters, cleaning supplies. They do gun repair, gunsmithing. Patriot Arms is an amazing gun shop and a whole lot more, locally owned by people that live right here in Rutherford County. Keep your money here in Rutherford County. Shop local. Shop Patriot Arms, 118 Makers Place, close to Highway 74, just past Old American Homes, near the Convenience Center on Bethany Church Road, right behind Danieltown Baptist Church. I've given you the best directions. Now go shop at Patriot Arms. Well, deputies investigating a South Carolina shooting after a mother called 911 saying one of her sons shot another son during an argument. Chief Deputy Chuck James with the Pickens County Sheriff's Office said the shooting happened before 10 p.m. on Sunday on April Hill Road in Easley, South Carolina. According to the mother, her two adult sons were having an argument when she heard a gunshot. James said she went to investigate, found one of her sons with an injury to his neck that she believed to be a gunshot wound. Before deputies could get to the scene, Antonio Delanor Marquise Kinney, 33, drove away, according to James. He said deputies later found the car Kinney had at an abandoned gas station. After looking at surveillance footage, deputies determined that Kinney was picked up at the gas station by another car. The Greenville Police Department then conducted a traffic stop on a car with a matching description near the intersection of East Washington Street and Lawrence Road. He said that's when deputies found Antonio Kinney inside the car. Kinney was arrested by Greenville Police Department on several unrelated charges, taken to the Greenville County Detention Center, according to James. He said Kinney will be sent to Pickens County Detention Center when he is released. Kinney is charged with attempted murder and possession of a weapon during a violent crime. The brother is being treated at Greenville Memorial and is in stable condition. Well, there are about 400 pages of court documents that detail the investigation into the attacks at the Carthage and West End substations from December 2022. Now, these documents show investigators had identified a person of interest within 2 days of the attack, and they're not being named because he's not been charged. It took less than an hour for someone to shoot Duke Energy's electric substation in Carthage and West End, knocking out power for 45,000 people in Moore County. A man called 911 saying he was knowledgeable and willing to help the Moore County outage. Documents said he also told a co-worker he had, quote, been in communication with people connected with a group called the Moore County Patriots and that they had a plan to damage substations in Moore County, unquote. The man also telling investigators his wife was in Charlotte the night of December the 3rd, but search warrants were issued for AT&T and T-Mobile for 4 phone numbers, one from Raleigh, one from San Antonio, 2 from around Rocky Mount. AT&T records show one of those numbers connected to an AT&T tower less than 1,000 yards from the Duke Energy substation in Carthage. The lieutenant who filed the search warrant says he believes the man was probably in communication with another unidentified person
is suspiciously about planning damage to Moore County substations leading up to December the 3rd. Documents also show investigators requested information from Duke Energy for records related to all employees involuntarily terminated, released, or advised they would be fired between September 3rd and December 3rd, along with all workers who worked for Duke in Moore County in those timeframes. Shell casings analyzed by the FBI at both Carthage and West End substations were fired by the same gun. One investigator says the precise nature of the damage makes them believe the person who caused the damage had intimate working knowledge of the substation far beyond that of the average person. It's likely that the person or persons responsible for damaging the Carthage and West End substations had first-hand experience working with the components on the Moore County, North Carolina Duke Energy power system. No arrests have yet been made in the attacks, according to WRAL-TV. Well, one of the big things right now seem to be dog attacks again. Well, Dave Bennett, who was walking his black Labrador Retriever Ruger around noon on Elbridge Drive in the Worthington subdivision in Wake County, when two other dogs attacked. Now a Raleigh man is hospitalized and his dog is dead after an attack in southern Wake County neighborhood. Olivia Bennett said she got a terrifying call from her husband around noon on Thursday. Her husband screaming on the other end, "Come home, I'm bleeding, I don't know what happened yet." Dave Bennett was walking his black Labrador Retriever Ruger around noon on Elridge Drive in Worthington when the other two dogs attacked. Ruger died. Dave Bennett was seriously injured. His arms are completely full of bites and tears and lacerations. His wife said she's hoping he will be well enough to come home for Christmas. Drake Gaines saw the attack from across the street and tried to help. He said, "I was on my porch, heard my neighbor Dave scream, 'Help me, help me.' Gaines was also injured. He said, 'I thought I was going to die as both dogs were biting me and shaking my arms.'" Olivia Bennett said her husband, a hunter, was training Ruger to be a retriever. He said, "My husband devoted everything to him. Ruger got his first retrieval a month ago. He was really proud he was able to do it, and all the training was worth it." Now, Wake County Animal Services is investigating the attack. They have not said what breed of dogs were involved in the attack or who the dogs belong to. WRAL News has asked if the dogs were quarantined, but they said they did not get an answer as of Friday. So, I had something else to talk about, so let's just do this. What do? Now, you go to your family's homes and whatever, and people you've not seen in a while, and they've gotten a dog. Okay, beautiful. Well, they tell you, "Hey, this dog is so tame, it won't bite, he's just so lovable." Well, according to this that I found, any dog can turn on you, and there are clues what to look for and know what to do. Now, ever since a little girl died last month when dogs attacked her and her mom in Gardner, there's been a lot of debate about pit bulls that were involved. In May 2021, a 10-month-old baby died in Johnston County after being attacked by two dogs. The incident happened in Angler around 8 p.m. Johnston County deputies arrived to find the father, Scott Winbury, giving aid to his daughter, Malia. Deputies helped before EMS arrived and took over. The child was declared dead a short time later. Johnston County Sheriff Steve Bizzle said that the two Rottweilers were family pets. Investigators declared the child's death being a tragic accident. People say their dog is just so loving, but what you need to know is to look for body language that offers clues that a dog just might bite. Now, the study shows pit bulls are responsible for more deadly attacks than any other type of dog, but know that any dog can attack suddenly, and it happens more often than we want to realize. The American Veterinary Medical Association points out that nearly 85 million nice dogs live in the U.S. It's the strength of the dog that impacts the severity of the injuries. Again, it's the strength of the dog. Well, it's important for people to know that any dog can bite given the right circumstances. That, according to veterinarian Dr. Margaret Gruen. She's an assistant professor of behavioral medicine at North Carolina State University. She said while dog maulings are rare, it's important to know that less severe attacks can often be prevented from the start. She said, for example, when a dog approaches you, do not make eye contact. Gruen also warned about running away. She said the urge is to run away, and that can often make the situation worse. She said in reality, most people cannot outrun a dog. She said instead the best response is to get on the ground, Pull yourself in like a tight rock, protecting your head and neck. Most bites, 77%, according to the Humane Society, involve familiar dogs. Before attacking, dogs can give off clues. She said, like a furrowed brow, we see them start to lick their lips, or they may yawn. Yawning is a sign of conflict or anxiety in dogs. She said other signs: the dog is nervous, they have a low body posture, the whites of their eyes are visible, and their ears are down and back. Body language offers a clue that a dog might bite. She says that describes a really nervous dog. Now retired former North Carolina State veterinarian Dr. Brenda Stevens said human excitement can quickly trigger a dog. To reduce any threat, she says, don't move at all, be still. It helps calm the dog too. Another lesson to avoid a bite is to know how to approach a dog. It's not head on and letting the dog sniff your hand. She said you would want to come alongside the dog from the collar to rump. That would be your initiation. Gruen said putting something between you and a dog, a backpack, a bite, your purse, works not only as a barrier, but it also makes you look bigger to that dog. Dog owners should know that a dog constantly barks at people passing could suddenly become more aggressive.
Secretary Cody Kinsley said since Medicaid enrollment began on December 1st, the process has worked smoothly for thousands of people. Kinsley told WLOS so far about 280,000 people have gained access to Medicaid.
That's only made possible because of the technological updates that we've put in place in our systems in the last year.
The U.S. has announced a new international military task force to try and stop attacks on ships in the Red Sea. Maritime analyst Dr. Ian Ralby predicts the Houthi attacks have an impact on the prices for a range of goods.
The Red Sea, which is one of the critical choke points around the world, is being inhibited by the Houthi aggression, and that is going to affect the price of every good, from food to clothes